How's it going, everyone? My name is JJ. I am a former Apple senior software engineer, and now I help law firms implement AI into their actual workflows, training teams, improving operations, building automations, and making AI practical instead of theoretical. Today, we're keeping it super basic. I'm going to show you how to use Claude Chat, what to type, how to prompt it, and how a law firm could use this with tools like MyCase, Clio, Practice Panther, or even email. Right now, I am in Claude Desktop. This is the regular chat interface, which means I'm just typing messages back and forth with Claude. In this example, I'm using Haiku, which is one of Claude's many models. You might see a different model depending on which model you choose. There's various options. They all have various degrees of complexity and reasoning and token usage. But don't worry about that too much for now. The basic workflow is the same. You type a prompt, Claude responds, and then you refine from there. The most important thing is this: Claude is not just a search box. You get better results when you give it context, a task, format, and rules. Here's the basic formula I recommend. Notice what we're doing here. We're telling Claude where this will be used, what we want it to do, and how we want the answer formatted, and what rules it has to follow. I'm giving it context, I'm giving it a task, I'm giving it a format and rules. And Claude says that it's ready to start helping me out. Let's start with a very common law firm use case: messy intake notes. So let me copy and paste this. So I'm telling Claude, turn these rough intake notes into a clean case note I can paste into MyCase, Clio, or Practice Panther and use a certain format. Follow these rules. And these are the notes. Caller was rear-ended last Friday, says they have neck pain, went to urgent care. Insurance adjuster already called them. They have photos of the car, wants to know if the firm can help, needs a call back tomorrow. So just quick notes that your intaker might have taken while they were on the call with the person. So now Claude has turned this into something cleaner and more structured. This is useful because someone at the firm can take rough notes and turn them into a case management note for MyCase, Clio, or any of the other case management softwares without rewriting everything manually. Now let's turn those same facts into an email follow-up. So let me copy and paste my prompt. So I'm asking Claude, draft a short email reply to a potential client. This is the context that they contacted the firm. The tone, make sure it's warm, professional, and concise. And again, the same guardrails. Let's see what Claude gives us. So here's an example email, even with the subject. Hello, client name, thank you for reaching out. We'd like to learn more. Next steps, and then placeholders. After Claude gives the first version, you can refine this. You can come here and say, just make it shorter. You see it's a lot shorter. You could say make it warmer, but still professional. You see it looks a little bit warmer and more endearing. You could even say, give me 3 different versions, and you can choose which one to choose. The point is that the back and forth conversation that you have with Claude is important. You don't need the first answer to be perfect. you can guide it along the way. Another great use case is summarizing a long email thread before adding it into your case management software. So here I'm asking Claude to summarize the email thread and add it as a note for any of your case management softwares. Include what happened, what needs to respond, who needs to respond, any deadlines, and recommended next task. And this is where you would copy and paste the full email thread. So this looks perfectly fine to be copied and pasted into your case management software. Now let's create tasks that could go into your case management software. So I'm asking Claude to turn this information into a task list for a case management software. And here's the information. Potential client needs a callback tomorrow. They need to send photos of the vehicle damage, etc. So Claude will just convert this into a list of things for us to do. And this is where Claude can help turn messy communication into operational steps. You still review it, but you give it a starting structure. Here are some quick prompts that you could use at any time that Claude gives you something close but not quite right. You could say make this shorter, make this more professional, warmer, turn this into bullets, make this into a checklist, email draft, do not add facts, etc. These are some of the basic things that you can ask it. So one important reminder, don't paste confidential information into AI tools unless your firm has approved that workflow and understands the privacy settings. For practice or demos, you can use fake names or remove identifying details. Replace real names with potential client or client A, client B. Make sure to redact all PII, phone numbers, addresses, medical record numbers, etc. So the basic takeaway is simple. Claude works better when you are specific. Give it context, tell it the task, specify the format, and add rules. For law firms, that can mean cleaning up intake notes, drafting email replies, summarizing email threads, creating tasks in your case management softwares, and turning messy information into something your team can actually use. And if your firm needs help with custom AI implementation, team training, workflow design, or figuring out how tools like Claude can fit into your day-to-day operations, please reach out. We're more than happy to help in any way we can. So that's the foundation. Before you build advanced automations, just learn how to use the chat box well. Thank you.